Hey everyone, Cassie Kelly here with On Point Holistic Marketing, and we just wrapped up the how to set up a Zoom class, and I thought maybe you would like to see, as I'm uploading the recording and everything like that, how that part works if you want to use Zoom to share the recording of your class with people. So first, when I record with Zoom, I saved it to my computer and it automatically creates a folder in my documents called Zoom. And then within there, each recording gets a folder. Here is the one from today, and you will see there's a few different files. When you're uploading it, you're going to do this one that is the MP4 file. That's what you will upload if you're using it to, whether you're uploading it to like a private Facebook group that we talked about during the class, or the YouTube, or if you want to do Vimeo, or however you want to share it. This is the file that you need, is this MP4 file, okay? So I've already uploaded that, and now I'm going to move this out of the way. And then as soon as I uploaded it, this is what shows up. So it asks me to have a title for my video and a description. You can upload a thumbnail if you would like, but again, if this is for a class, it's probably not that important. The thumbnail is more important if it's a public YouTube file that you are doing. We can do another video on that. It's going to ask you if the video is made for kids. No, it's not. There's more options that I don't even ever open, but they're here, and I'll scroll through them just so you can see them. Oh, the how-to. Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And this gives you a few more options, but you can just click Next again. And now this is the part that I definitely want to show you as well, is the visibility. You could make it private and you could give specific access. So that would be one way to make sure that only people watch it are the people with the right accounts. They would have to have be able to log in with their Google account though, and you would need to know that email that they use to log into the Google account. So if it's a large class, this is probably not the most manageable thing, but for a small class, you could definitely use the private option if everybody can access it that way. You can also make it unlisted. With unlisted, they have to get the link to be able to view it. You can't guarantee though that people who paid for your class won't then share that link with somebody else. But to be honest, it's one of those things that you have to decide if that's worth the extra hassle to lock things down versus the risk of somebody taking advantage and sharing it. That's something that each person has to weigh the pros and cons of for themselves. And then public would mean that it would show up on your YouTube channel for everyone. So obviously if people are paying you for the class, you don't want to use the public option. But if it was a free class and you want to make it public and promote it out, you can definitely do that. And that's a great option if this is just a marketing piece for you and not a paid class to also generate some money. You can schedule it, but that's not something I usually do. You can see that my video is still processing, but I will go ahead and hit save. And it is still working. But we're going to go ahead and hit close for the moment, and I'm going to show you then, now I'm going to show you how we can edit it, because I have a little bit at the beginning that I do want to trim off. So we're going to do that next. However, before we go in and edit this, I actually should probably back up and help you guys realize that I'm actually in the YouTube studio. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up in a new tab here. So when I am this is now just regular YouTube, and I am just logged in to YouTube, but I am on my actual YouTube page. Up here at the top, you can see that it says create, and you can click on that, and that's what I did to upload my video. And then it automatically takes me into the YouTube studio. But if you're not there and you want to go to the YouTube studio, that is also an option. So you see the sidebar, and then you just click on your videos, and then that will take you over to the studio where you can see all of the videos that you have uploaded and lots more details about it. So anyway, though, we're going to go ahead and click on the pencil, the details, so that we can get in to where we can actually edit it. Now this first page just, again, lets us change the title and our description and all that information. And I'm not really worried about this since this is only going to be available for 48 hours. I don't need to spend a lot of time on this because it's only going to people who have already registered for the class. But again, if you're promoting this to a broader audience, you definitely want to think more about your description. I'm going to go ahead and click on Editor. And this is where you can come in here, and if you have some parts that you need to cut out for any reason, that you can do that. If there's sensitive information that you need to blur parts of your video, you can do that as well. Now, before I start trimming, I'm going to mention that this is a pretty long video, and you can see that like trying to pinpoint the exact spots that you would like to trim might be tricky. So what I actually did was I opened up the recording in another window and I played around with it to get it to the exact point so I know exactly where I want to trim some of the intro, just kind of getting set up parts that I don't really want to be as part of the recording going forward. So I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to click on Trim, and I'm going to, since I'm trimming just the beginning, I'm pulling this little blue bar, I'm clicking, holding and dragging to where I need it to be. But it's not showing me the time here, so hold on one second. So if I just hover my mouse over, I can see that I've gone too far. So I'm going to pull it back in, and then I'm going to kind of keep adjusting until I get to the exact second. Not quite there yet. Now, if you're thinking about it when you're recording your video, oops, now I went too far. It's kind of a delicate little thing. Probably if I made my window bigger, it would give me more, but kind of got it set up here so I can do my recording well here. I'm just going to finagle with this a second here to get it exactly where I want. It might be a little bit not quite trimmed as much as I want, but we're going to go ahead and hit save. Oh, you know what? Did I scroll down there? No. Okay, so we'll hit save. Okay, so we're going to click on preview, and then I can save the trim. It's going to ask me to confirm and say yes. And I actually should have played it beforehand just to verify for you guys, because now I have to wait for it to process and then I'll check back. But anyway, you can see, you know, you might just need to hit play, and then you can continue to adjust as needed, and then you will trim off any parts at the beginning or at the end, or you can even trim in the middle if you need to, just by dragging that little blue bar to the parts where you want to trim it. So hopefully that helps you feel like you know how to upload your video and everything and share your class that way for the recording.